Life and times. Early years. He was born on April 23, 1564, on Stratford-upon-Avon. His father, John Shakespeare, was a tanner and glover, also in the town council. His mother, Mary Arden, was the daughter of a wealthy landowner. Shakespeare was educated at a local grammar school named St. Edward. He studied Latin and Greek there. Married life. In 1582, at the age of 18, he married Anne Hathaway, which was 26. 6 months later, their first child, Susanna, was born. Twins Judith and Hamner were born 2 years later. Personal life. Professional life. Shakespeare became well known as an actor and a playwright. In 1594, he joined a group called Lord Chamberlain's Men, writing and performing with them. Theaters closed occasionally due to the plague, but he continued to write plays and poetry. In 1599, Shakespeare and his repertory company, the Lord Chamberlain's Men, built the Globe Theatre. Queen Elizabeth reigned for most of Shakespeare's life and enjoyed the theatre. She died in 1603, and the Lord Chamberlain's Men changed their name to King's Men to honor the new monarch, King James I. In 1608, the King's Men leased Blackfriars, a private enclosed playhouse with indoor lighting. In 1613, Globe Theatre burned down and rebuilt next year. Shakespeare wrote 37 plays, 154 sonnets, and 2 long poems. His work was not published during his lifetime. 7 years later, they were published in First Folio. Shakespeare is considered a man for all seasons because his plays are viewed to all. Remember this pattern. His wives were divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived. Death. After many years of writing and performing, William Shakespeare died on April 23, 1616. He was buried at Holy Trinity Church in Stratford-upon-Avon. Elizabethan drama. England was very dirty. Most people bathed only once a year. Doctors worried about the Queen because she took a bath once a month. People dumped garbage into city streets. School. Boys went to school from age 7 to about 15, where they learned math, Latin, and Greek. Girls were usually educated at home. Expectations of the theater experience. The crowd always expected comedy, with clowns appearing both dumb and foolish and bright or witty. Pre-theaters, actors performed in wagons or courtyards of local inns. Children's attendance at plays were illegal unless the play taught a moral lesson. Women's parts were played by young men whose voices had not changed. It was considered improper for a woman to be on stage. Actors were trained in fencing, tumbling, dancing, and elocution music, and acting. Globe Theatre. Mayor of London was strongly opposed to the theatre, but allowed to exist under these 3 conditions. 1. Open with no parades. 2. Some profits go to charity. 3. Plays start by 2 p.m. so people could be home by dark. Physical description. Basically, a platform measuring 27.5 feet deep by 43 feet wide and raised 5 feet. Area underneath contained trap doors often used for graves. Audience's area open to the sky, but most of the stage was covered by a roof called the heavens, with signs of zodiacs painted, and ghosts often appeared from here. Shakespeare performed his plays at the Globe. Constructed in 1599 on the banks of Thames River near London. The shape is octagonal, and playtimes are for 2 hours. The cost of 1 ticket is 1 penny. Seating. The pit is for the general crowd, and the galleries, people pay additional fee, would get these seats. It's usually a bit higher on wooden chairs. Box seats. Only royalty or noblemen. Capacity of the play's performance was for 3,000 people. Sound effects were made in the special huts. Ghosts could appear on stage through trapdoors. James Burbage, a fellow actor of Shakespeare, convinced his wife to finance the globe. Audiences were very mixed. They were made of workmen, housewives, children, pickpockets, businessmen, apprentices, and gamblers. The theater was crowded with a small but from which a flag flew announcing the day's performance. The tiring houses just beyond the stage contained actors' dressing room. Platform stage, circled on three sides by standing spectators called groundling, who paid a penny to stand and watch the play in the cheap area called the pit. Galleries cost an extra penny and entitled to spectator to a seat. Flags, trumpets, and flyers told where there would be a play. Flags also told the audience what type of play they would be seeing. Red flag would mean history play. White flag is a comedy play, while black flag is a tragedy play. Parts of the globe. The pit, sometimes referred as the yard, where the groundlings watched the play for their once penny admission. The stage, major playing area jutted into the pit, creating a sense of intimacy with the audience. Hangings contained curtained off space beneath. Main entrance. Here the usher greeted playgoers and collected 1 penny from everyone. Lord's rooms. Private gallery, 6 pennies, let a viewer sit here, or sometimes even on the stage itself. Middle gallery, called 2 penny rooms because the seats were higher priced. Inner stage, a recessed playing area often curtained off, then opened for appropriate scenes. Tiring house, the important backstage area which provided space for storage and business offices. Stairs, ascending to the first level, theater goers reached the galleries by wooden staircases enclosed by stairwells. Trapdoor, leading to the hell area where equipment included the winch and elevator that raised and lowered actors or properties. Hell, the area under the stage used for ghostly comings and goings or for more mundane storage of properties. Other globe facts. Bear baiting pits set up for gambling. A wild grizzly bear fought 20 dogs, and audience would bet on which one would win. There were jumpers over dogs who jumped at the bear's throat, and non-jumpers, underdogs, who attacked the bear's feet to make him fall. Cockfighting rings. This was another occasion for placing bets. 2 roosters would fight until one died. These events were extremely noisy and made it difficult for the audience to pay attention to the plays at the Globe. What was it like to attend play at the Globe? The usher greeted those attending as they arrived and asked for their admission fees. He would place the fees in a small box. When the box became full, he would run backstage and exchange it for an empty one. This area became known as the box office. Many thieves attended the plays and wouldn't risk their lives for only 100 pennies. The concession stand sold 3 items: tomatoes, oranges, and meat pies. Tomatoes were considered poisonous, so the audience threw them at the actors if they were bad.